thank all of those who were part of the Martin Luther King Fun Day. If you marched in that parade supporting the Republican Party and myself and Kiko, would you please raise your hand? How many of you were here walking? Okay. John, you drove my truck for me, so thank you very, very much. We had adequate, I would say very adequate coverage from our party to help. Did we not, Kiko? It was good to get that feeling. Also had a very good opportunity at a table at the Martin Luther King Center on Saturday to have my information available as well as others, and we did have a lot of interest. I shook a lot of hands. I actually had a lot of people as I walked along the parade route who said, "You've got my vote," and yes, we do need change in the county clerk's office as well as just total government in Rockland County. We're in trouble, and I have to honestly say this is from a community that pretty much traditionally has voted in the opposite direction and not in our opposite, in this direction. Also on Sunday, I had an opportunity to be at an African church with an African community where we had about 50 people that were there that spoke Swahili or French. One of those two languages. Right here in our own community, we have a lot of citizens. They are now citizens. They were refugees. They've been moved here. One of the things that they said is, we want to vote, and we need to understand how to do that. So we had an opportunity to talk about voter registration. We had an opportunity to talk about absentee ballots. I was extremely welcome. They just want to know what to do and what the processes are. So that was very good. We did have a couple of news conferences since last Wednesday. We tried at 1 o'clock to have media cover, and many of you were there for the news release or press release that I called for, I personally called for. And WVIK radio from Augustana was the only media that showed up to cover that. They did have a little clip in their online that evening. But we did put the text as well as pictures that were taken. Gary blessed me with some pictures on Facebook, so if you hadn't had a chance to get out there, the text is there, and along with some pictures. We then said, gee, well, there was a lot going on that Wednesday afternoon down on the river, and we had our senators here and so forth. Let's give the press another opportunity. So I actually called another press conference the following day, same place, right in front of the county clerk's office, and we didn't have anyone show up. So we did have it videoed. Glenn Evans was there, bless his heart, and he did video it. He put it out on Facebook, so that's also out there. Third opportunity was yesterday at the headquarters where we were doing voter registration day, okay? And we invited the press, but this time it came from Drew Melke, and Jacqueline reported on that. We did have Channel 8 and Channel 6 that came through, no dispatch, and no Channel 4. But there has been a couple of clips on there. I think this morning there was a little bit of information on one of those channels. I asked my wife to tape it, but I hadn't actually seen it yet because I was at the Optimist Club over on Avenue of the Cities this morning, meeting with that group. I've never had the opportunity to see the Optimist Creed. I did take a picture of it. I will post it. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you look at what they say, they're a great group of people that are very mature. Most of them obviously retired because they can meet on a Wednesday morning. But what they're talking about is the things we stand for. And I was blessed with having an opportunity to talk with them as we went through that process. I'll not talk about all the stuffs over here. You've seen it 1,000 times, so that's there. But what I would like to pass around is something that I have to make some decisions.